Hey guys, it's that time again. It's ScrawlrBox unboxing. Don't even have anything else to say. Let's just unbox it. Oh wow, there seems to be so much stuff in here. Okay, I don't know where to start. So here is the zine for February. Obviously not going to look in there right now because it tells you all the spoiler spoilers, but we'll put him there. Here is the print. A little bit different. It's a square. I feel like normally it's a rectangle. That's the way up. Fancy. This is the artist. Here is the artist's things, pages, Instagram, Facebook, website. I'll read that in a bit, but let's move on to the good stuff. So first of all, this is a sticker that was meant to be in the January box, but they didn't arrive in time. Side note, I didn't actually do a video of the January one. I filmed it, I didn't like it, so I just didn't do it. So just a quick go through that. So this was the January one. We had Tombow pens in January. Paper that is good for alcohol markers, it doesn't bleed through. That's what I did. I mean, I did a doodle, it looks terrible. I did that, it looks terrible, so I just didn't do the video. This fancy special edition pencil, and also a fine liner, but I don't know where it is. So yeah, that was January's. Let's move on to this one. So here is the sticker for February. The sweets we have is popping candy. I'm a fan of popping candy, so that's good. Maybe I should become an ASMR channel. So we have some paint. Abstract, innovative, acrylic, soft body, supple. We have a red, a blue, and white. And then in here, what else do we have? We have an acrylic paint marker. I am a fan of paint markers. I'll insert a clip or a picture of the skateboard that I did for my brother. So yes, we have this Magic Koh-i-Noor hard muth. I've heard of them. It's got this really weird nib that's got, well, it's the same colours of the paint actually. Red, blue and white. Very random. It reminds me of them rainbow pencils that you got as kids. But hopefully this is better because it's like a decent brand rather than those scratchy pencils. But that's interesting. It's something different. And then of course we've got a paintbrush because we got paint, so it's kind of necessary. It's a bit of a thicker brush than any other ones that I've got so far in different scrawler boxes. And of course we have some paper as well. Acrylic paper, heavyweight. What is it? 360 GSM. That is heavyweight. I don't think I own any paper that thick. Oh. Yes. Nice. It's also an exclusive to ScrawlrBox. And there are 6 sheets in there. And then you get the menu where it tells you all the different things. And the challenge is fractured figures. So, I'm going to give this a read. I'm going to look through here as well. I'll let you have a little flick through first. So yeah, I'm going to read through this, and then I'll come back with a painting and also a price check, because I like to look at all the things we're getting here, find the cheapest prices you can get online and see how much money you're saving when you get the box. So here's a message from one of our sponsors and then I'll be back with a painting. So obviously first I started off thinking about different thumbnails and what I should do, trying out some different things. One of the first things I thought of was a ballerina type thing with the background all smushy. That's the one I'm drawing right now. But it didn't feel cubism enough. It felt too realistic with the background, just like smashed glass. Basically, I watched that, what was it called? Tiny Pretty Things. It was a TV show about ballet, and then I just had ballet on the mind, so that was one of the ones I thought of. But yeah, I definitely didn't feel cubist enough. The next one, I tried to think about something with somebody taking their face off, because fractured figures. But again, it felt like too much of a big deal, a big image to draw. So I tried to just break it down even further with the rest of them, break it down, trying different things out. I actually decided on the top second in from the left. That's the one I decided on in the end. I felt like it was simple enough, and it felt like it was in the right sort of frame of mind for the fractured faces and for the cubism, but it wasn't too sort of out there and weird and wonderful. So yeah, that's the one I decided on, any hoozle. Now, as you can see with all of these things, you can see me using this pencil, and I did say earlier in the video that I was hoping it was better than the random rainbow pencils you got as a kid, and it was a little bit better, but it's still a bit weird. So I had a look, it's about £1.80, you can find it for the cheapest, around £2. But it's really weird, especially this specific version, because they do have quite a few different versions with different colours in them, but this one has red, blue and white. And it's just really weird that they would put white in a pencil, because it doesn't show up on white paper, so it feels like one of the colours is just obsolete. I did have a little scribble, a little go on a black piece of paper to see if it would work better, and obviously the white did show up, but then on the flip side the blue was so dark you could hardly see it. So yeah, it's a weird choice for me. Maybe it's alright on sort of grey toned paper, but yeah, just the inclusion of the white bit just seems weird, because as you're using it, the nib just changes, the colours are in little tiny sections, there's no sort of uniform to the colour, so you'll be using it and then all of a sudden it's just not doing anything because it's a bit of the white. So yeah, that was a weird one for me anyway. But as I was using it more when I was doing all of my thumbnail sketches, I did start liking it a little bit more than I did when I first started. So yes, that was all good. So moving on to the brush. The brush, when I was looking for it, it's kind of hard to find it on its own. So you can get a set of 5 of these for £7-ish. I think I saw them on Amazon or something. On the little menu you get with ScrawlrBox, it said that on their own they'll be £3.95. But if you're looking at a set for 5 for £7, obviously that's a lot cheaper. I think it works out about £1.40 for a single brush. So I've put the price at about £2 for that one. The paper, £2.80. I think it was a ScrawlrBox exclusive anyways, 6 sheets I think it was. The paper's pretty decent. Obviously you need it for acrylic paints. Speaking of the paints, obviously, this was 3 for £4 I saw them at. Obviously that makes £12 altogether. This was a weird one as well, because these paint pouches, if you're looking on Amazon, they're the same price for these little ones as they are for a bigger one. So maybe it's different colours that you get in them. I don't know. Maybe I should talk about the picture on the screen for a little bit. Yeah, so you can see the main thing about the acrylics is you have to work. I think I went over everything like 4 times maybe. And not only do you have to work and go over the same spot over and over again, you also have to wait for ages for it to dry. So yes, working with acrylics is not something that I'm used to. I'm not used to having to wait about. If I am using paints, generally it's watercolour, so you can sort of work with that straight away, or if you do need a little bit to dry, you can just like get a hairdryer on it and dry it a bit. Whereas these, I just had to let them do their own thing and dry when they wanted to, and then just keep coming back and going over until I felt like it was right. But it does give you a bit of a nice texture as well. Some bits were sort of more raised than others because I felt like I'd gone over them a bit more. Oh, let's talk about the marker, because you also get a marker in this one. So I found that a pack of 2 is £4.99. The pack of 2 would be a black and a white of the paint markers. So £2.50 for the marker if you're getting it on your own. So all in all, this box came to around £22 if you're looking at the cheapest options. Obviously, if you're getting it from other suppliers, it'd probably be more expensive. But either way, that is a saving because it's £15 with free P&P to get the ScrawlrBox. And then obviously that is also including the little menu on it. You get the sticker, you get some sort of sweet, you get the zine with all the different information and pictures, so it's definitely worth it. ScrawlrBox always seems to be really decent with the price and what you get in there. So as you can see now, I'm going in with the skin colours. I almost decided to do sort of the lighter sort of pinky tones on the blue face and then the sort of more cooler tones on the pink face, but I felt like that would be too jarring and look weird. So instead I went for 2 different sorts of purples, although the pink face didn't end up very purple. It looked more sort of reddy pinkish, but I liked it anyway. So while I'm just painting over this over and over again, let's just get some ASMR out. We've got some popping candy, haven't we? So maybe I should eat this. And hear it fizzle. Nobody wants this, but you're getting it. Okay, that's enough of that. There was more in there than I thought. There's a lot. It's a nice flavour as well, blue raspberry. Oh my days, it's popping its head off. So here we go. I went in with... was this a good idea? I don't think so. It's popping into the back of my throat. I went in with the black marker, black paint marker, to do all the outlines. A few times I did accidentally go over a bit that wasn't 100% dry because it's just effort in it. And you can see I keep going over to the bit of card on the side because it kept getting sort of caught up with the other paint and the black would stop coming out, so I had to give it a shake and a pump again. But I think that was mostly to do with the texture of the page. With the fact that the paint wasn't fully dry. So yeah. All in all though, it was a decent paint marker. I mean, it did its job. I did have to go over some lines again and again a little bit. But I do actually like how it turned out. It's funny because it looks so simple, but it probably took me the longest out of any sort of ScrawlrBox I've done. Which is quite funny. Just because of the fact that you have to keep going over and over when you're using acrylics. But I enjoyed the whole experience of using the acrylics. Like I said, I don't really have much experience with this sort of paint. So it was fun to try and give it a go and have a bit of an experiment. And I think it turned out alright. It has the whole cubist style, the whole cubist feeling. I think I did what I was meant to do. And I think I chose a decent one. It makes me feel a little bit, it makes me think of sort of a, you know, Hercules, a Disney film. I don't know why, but the bluish one gives me vibes from that. I really don't know why. But yeah, there it is. Let me know down below if you enjoyed the video. if you enjoy art, if this sort of material is something that you use or not, just say some words down below. I'll reply. It'll be a good time. And if this is your first video by me and you enjoy it, then please check out some of my others. And if you continue to enjoy, then please subscribe. That'd be awesome. And yeah, I'll see you again with another video soon. Bye.